close, you shop all day long, keep checking out. Once you've spent a max of $7.50, everything else in crafting switches to free shipping. That's a really big deal, and it ends tonight in a few hours. So again, get all that shopping done, go ahead and check out. Don't put it in your cart and wait, and make sure you take advantage of our shipping deal, because I know we always love it. All right, Miss Bethany's joining me next. I'm so excited about this. She is a singer educator, and she's joining me on the show tonight. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, girl.
You're having a blast out here.
Can I tell you, though, and it's the honest goodness truth, I've gotten more people say, Suze, where's the sewing, where's the sewing?
I'm here.
Because years ago, we did tons of singer.
Yes.
Bethany's back. We've got the singer. This blew me away, guys. For a no-name, bunch of plastic, dumb sewing machine, the price, you are getting a singer heavy duty, which had me right there at this price. But computerized.
It's computerized.
Wow.
So we're gonna go through some of what it makes it computerized, what makes it different than a mechanical machine. But you're familiar with the heavy duty line.
The original one,
you have one, which when you told me that, it made me even more excited to do this with you tonight. All right, so heavy duty, it's a recognizable brand by Singer, right? It's the gray machines that we see. We have mechanical ones, but we also have computerized ones. So this is the Singer Heavy Duty 6700C. That C just means computerized. So you see that little LCD screen here, you see all the extra little buttons. So let's talk about what some of these bells and whistles do, and then we'll talk about what you get in the box.
Yeah,
okay?
Great. Love it.
All right, so some of my favorite features of a computerized machine, and the whole purpose of a computerized machine is to elevate your sewing experience. We want to make it easier and more enjoyable, less frustrating, less guesswork. So that's what these features are going to add to that. So first of all, if you're a new sewist, sometimes when you start sewing, that foot control can get away from you. You don't know how hard to press it. You don't want to sew too fast. We have a speed control here, which makes this so much easier. So if you're new, you may wanna, or doing something delicate, you may wanna turn that speed way down. If you're doing something and you're a little more comfortable, I don't know about you, but I'm a pedal to the metal kind of girl. That's kind of, you know, how I like to sew really fast, so I turn that sucker all the way up.
And it's fast.
It is,
The heavy duty is known for its precision and its speed.
Now what makes it heavy duty though? It's a name, but let's talk about what makes it heavy duty. So it's got a full metal frame all the way through the machine. And what that does, it makes it heavier, makes it more stable and secure. So when you are sewing, you're gonna have that stability when sewing heavy fabrics. It's also gonna have a more powerful motor. This machine sews up to 1,100 stitches per minute. Jeez. I mean, that's fast. That's this speed right here.
You are knocking out the costumes.
Yes, you're flying through that last minute project, let me tell you. All right, so also what makes it heavy duty and why you would want a heavy duty is you get more variety of what you can sew with this machine. So we talked about not only being able to sew your delicate things, your laces, your satins, and quilting cottons and all of that, but you can also sew your denims, your vinyls, your faux leathers, canvas, make some bags. I mean, this thing can really handle a lot, but it's in a compact size. So you can put it anywhere. So if your sewing space is the kitchen table, that's perfectly fine.
And I gotta say, most of us buy a heavy duty because we want the speed, the precision, and we want the fact you can do heavy material.
Yes.
And this one's computerized for the price of literally a full plastic dum-dum sewing machine that's out there. Like, I can't
why
get
settle?
Over this.
Why settle?
Yeah, you don't. You're
you
right.
don't
That's
have
a great
to.
point.
You don't have to.
Great point.
Some of the other features I like to call out is we have a needle up-down button. So if you're making a pivot and you need to leave that needle down for that precise turn, you can. We also have this tie-off button. So if you're doing like a decorative stitch, you can't back stitch on a decorative stitch, so this ties it off at the beginning and the end for that very reason.
That's a good feature.
Yeah, but the other thing I like to point out, this is kind of my wow factor. Have you ever seen one of our stitch out samples, Suzanne?
I have, but not with a heavy duty.
Okay, so this machine has 411 stitch applications.
Built in?
Built in, and these are just a few of the decorative stitches that come with this machine.
Wow.
Here's some more back here. This one also has lettering as well. And then we have our presets, the go-to stitches that we always use on the front of the machine. So there's both of them. Now, when I say that's one way to look at it. But another way to look at it is when they're all completely stitched out. This is every stitch that this machine can do. Including the lettering font.
Guys, you're gonna have to go in really tight on it because
it's as tall as me.
You're gonna have to hold still, Bethany.
It's as tall as me. That's a lot of stitch. When you see it stitched out like that,
it's unbelievable.
It's even more like impressive to think that that's how many things this machine can do.
And
so think of all the ways.
We've shown like 10 so far.
yeah, we're still going. We're still going. I'll hold it as still as I can.
Look at the Greek key. How cool is that?
It's so fun.
Look at that zigzag.
So it doesn't matter what kind of project you're doing. there's something for everybody on this.
All right, so Miss Bethany, I got to give an update. We have less than 120 left.
That's
so
it?
Yeah, that's all we have, guys. And I'm so excited.
Right.
We have 5 flex pay on it. That's today only. We also have that shipping deal. So again, it could be shipping for free at this point because if you shopped earlier, you hit that $7.50 mark. But this is your chance to be able to get it. Even I would say if you're a beginner sewer and you're like, here's my advice. You can spend that kind of money on a real basic machine. Go ahead and get the heavy duty. Don't be afraid by the name of it. You know, thinking, oh, heavy duty, I'm not there yet.
No.
It will do the most basic, fun stuff you can imagine. One of my favorite things to do, you're gonna laugh, because I love doing them, is I take 2 placemats that are pre-made from, like, let's say a supermart.
Yeah.
And I put them back to back and I make handbags out of them.
I have a tutorial, I've done that. Where you have folded a placemat and made a clutch.
Yeah, but guess what? Placemats are thick. So you have to have a heavier machine.
I had to sew it on my heavy duty.
There you go.
Like you said earlier, this is my go-to machine that I reach for. As the singer educator, I get to sew in a lot of singer machines, but personally, like, I'm just gonna say the heavy duties are my favorite.
This is it.
They're my favorite.
Now, how many layers are you going in?
Right now, I'm just sewing through 2, and I wanted to show, I've got it set to the highest speed here, and we're just gonna...
That's so fast.
Pedal to the metal. It's so fun. It sounds good too, doesn't it?
Totally does.
It's so fun. One of the other things I really love about this machine, when you get computerized, you get some extra things like lettering. We talked about the lettering fonts. So when you're doing lettering, you can also create what's called sequences. So if I want to spell a word or a name or put a monogram in something. Yeah, or HSN. You know, we can go to our letters and we can type those in and it'll stitch it out.
It'll
in
memorize
order.
it.
It'll memorize it. You say, and you can keep going.
Okay, before we're sold out, can you show us everything they get? Because they also put together a specific configuration for us.
Yeah, so in the heavy duty, you get quite a few accessories that come with this machine, and this is kind of unique to our heavy duty line, some of the features that you get. So I have laid out here all of the accessories that come in the machine, and they hide. Let's see if I can pull this down. There we go. They hide in this little cubby. So when you get them, you can put them right back in here to store it. Or if you're like me, I keep candy in there because I get a little snacky when it's time to eat or when I'm sewing. I need a little sugar pick-me-up. But we've got our button foot. We've got our Sew Easy foot. We've got a button sewing foot. We've got different zipper foots, cording foots. This is a decorative stitch foot. We've got our universal foot on here right now. And then it also comes with the walking foot.
That's great.
So when you're sewing through these heavier materials, or quilting or doing bags, and you're sewing lots of denim or canvas, the walking foot is gonna be fantastic, and it comes with the machine. It helps you feed.
And a couple things too, because a lot of you are grabbing this, which totally makes sense to me. Please don't be fearful. Everything is instructions. So you literally, like I am not good about opening up a big instruction book or going online trying to read something. So everything here tells you exactly how to do it. It's not like you're buying a big embroidery machine that's crazy, but you're getting a ton of the benefits of an embroidery machine, and it's the heavy duty. So again, if you're a beginner, you're getting a entry-level price on a heavy-duty Singer computerized sewing machine. This is unbelievable. I can tell you, even years ago when I bought my heavy duty, I just got the good old knobs. It goes.
Yep, that's a mechanical machine, and those are great too. We love our heavy-duty mechanicals, and they're great. But when you go computerized, it's really hard to go back. It really is. I mean, let's be real. But I love that you called out that you don't have to figure out all of these bells and whistles that I've been highlighting. If you just want to be able to do a straight stitch or a zigzag stitch, those are presets right here on the front of the machine. It's that easy. And then to adjust your stitch width and stitch length is right there on the machine. On the front, you don't have to go digging for it. It's super easy. It's just a button.
And again, you have to figure out this knob to this knob. To this little thing that you go like this with your finger and just move this little other knob. It's all computerized. So it's really almost goof-proof. Okay, we also have these really cool totes to go along with it. So they are carrying totes. We got a couple different colors available in 2 of those. Those are available. The colors are, what do you have on this?
We have brick and we have